Looks like we found the end.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry. This looks intriguing. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. That must have done something. Best have a look around. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Revelio.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. These look familiar.
Revelio.
More statues. Not making this easy on me. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Seems I ought to explore this arch. What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
Revelio. Accio.
I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge.
Accio.
I'll never get used to these floors.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
I don't like the look of this.
Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Tego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Tego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio.
What a relief. Another pensive.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars.
Than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to...
What have we here? Pensive you accessed, in Gringotts. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them once you have them all, we will...
Very well.
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful... They and their mentor, Professor Fig, they also encountered a
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trial.
We shall defer to you in... Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
That there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the pensive.
Before the witch from the last pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies, yes, sir.
Before you go,
Professor?
have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path.
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them. I should ask.
About a pressing and highly confidential matter. Convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set.
These rocks have seen better days. Hello. Do you have anything?
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here?
Needed a little rest from classes. Can't stay in the castle all the time.
No, of course not. Never meant to imply otherwise. Bit of a wanderer, miss. Name's Leopold Babcock. Now, for someone like yourself who is also prone to wander, I cannot understate... I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like the Forbidden Forest without a steady supply. What do you say, my young friend? A measure of safety for the path ahead?
Something to consider. Thank you for your help, Mr. Babcock.
Aye, let me know if you see something you like.
And what do you have for sale?
I shall hope to do business with you again. It's been a pleasure.
Good. I'm sure they likely hadn't heard.
Oi! Can you help me?
Or they did. Now, why would you?
Hello, sir. What do you have for sale?
Verona, bro.
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
Okay, allora ni எப்படி இருக்கியா? சரி நீங்க மாதிரி இருக்கீங்களா ப்ரோ?
I hope to see you again sometime.
Okay, actually PS Plus ஃப்ரீன்னு கேள்விப்பட்டேன். Focus person. Lipton over. Wasn't over and go. Lottery.
Revelio. I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Professor, I have some questions about conjuration.
Yes?
There are so many choices. What items do you think I should conjure?
I shall leave that entirely up to you. This is your space after all. I will say that a simple addition such as a wall hanging or a portrait might make the space feel unique.
Can I remove an item I've conjured?
Indeed you can. You already know the spell, Evanesco. When you vanish something, the moonstone used to conjure it will become available to you again.
I think I can manage from here, thank you.
I look forward to seeing your work.
Reparo. Accio. Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand. Any conjured item. Altering spell to customize it.
have some questions about alteration, Professor.
Yes?
How do I use the altering spell?
Simply aim your wand at a conjured item that you would like to customize and cast the altering spell as I showed you. You can change an item's appearance in a number of ways, as well as move the item around the room.
What can I customize with the altering spell?
Alteration allows you to change the appearance of items you've conjured. You can change color, pattern, or style.
How do I use the alter?
Simply...
Thank you, Professor.
I'll be here if you need...
Oh dear, Deke thinks perhaps you didn't know Deke was near.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke...
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Revelio.
welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Excellent.
Professor Sharp is so intimidating.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, then I think perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at enchanted books.
என்ன பண்ணுன்னு தெரியல சொன்னாலே ரெடி பண்ணிட்டேன் தேடி போட்டேன் தமிழ் கிடைக்கல ஓன் மேனுஃபேக்சர் தமிழ் கொஞ்சம் ஒரு இருக்கு ஓகே ஓகே ரோலாம் பண்ண முடியாது காப்பிலாம் ஒரு எடிட்டர் நல்லா முடிஞ்சிரு கேம் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் நல்ல இது மீண்டும் உள்ள பார்ப்போம் அடிக்கிறோம் அப்படி இல்லை. ஆக்சுவலாக இது தொடப்பு வாங்கினேன், ஆனால் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியல. நேரம் போய் தொடப்பு வாங்கினேன், ஆனால் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது தெரியல. எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணுறது ஒரு அதெல்லாம் முடிச்சிட்டேன். ஆக்சுவலாக தொடப்பா போய் இன்னொருத்த வருவான் கூப்பிட்டா அவன்கிட்ட என்ன சொல்லுவான், கத்தடிச்சிட்டு யூஸ் பண்ணலான்னு. அப்புறம் கேட்ட சொல்லுவேன் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது மாட்டிப்போம். அதனால சரி போவேன். கிளாஸ் நான் அட்டன் பண்ணிட்டேன் ஆல்ரெடி. அப்புறம் என்ன பண்ண தெரியல. ஓகே என்ன போடுன்னு தெரியல, செக் பண்ணி போட்டேன். ஆனால் 50% கேபே முடிக்கலையே, அதுக்குள்ளே எப்படி வரும்? நான் முடிச்சிருந்த ஒரு சேலஞ்சு फोटो मोड गिर गया। Okay.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
I was surprised that you seemed friendly with a goblin.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him. About Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lodgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she said she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
அப்பா ஒன்று சொல்கிறீங்களா கேக் சும்மா செக் பண்ணிருந்தேன்.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
போட்டு டான்ஸ் போட்டுட்டு இருந்தீங்க. போஸ்டாக இருந்துச்சு ட்ரை பண்ணியிருந்தேன். ஃப்ரீ கவுண்ட் போட்டு சரி நான் கூட தீரையில் போகிறேன்னு நினச்சேன். ரிச்சி ப்ரோ பூம்ஸ்டிக் எப்படி ப்ரோ தொடப்பம் எப்படி ஒரு வர வைக்கிறது? இந்த கிளாஸ்லாம் முடிஞ்சு என்ன போட்டதுன்னு தெரியல.
tasks I've given you and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defindo, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
PS Plus இருக்கு போல நான் பார்த்தேன்.
Greetings. Please, take your time looking about.
அந்த கிளாஸ்ல முடிச்சேன். சொல்லி கொடுத்து அதெல்லாம் சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க. ஆனால் இந்த பட்டன்னு சொல்லல. ஒரு தொடப்ப கூட வாங்கின கூட கடைக்கு போயிட்டு
I'm ready.
கடைக்கு போக சொல்லுவான் முடியல. போயிட்டேன்.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the
போயிட்டு தொடப்பம் வாங்கிட்டேன்.
The witch
ஆனால் எப்படி யூஸ்
considered
பண்ணுறதுன்னு தெரியல.
herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she
ஃபஸ்ட்டு
caused the
தொடப்பம் எங்கே இருக்குன்னு
goblins.
தெரியல.
Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind sees things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable.
Confringo!
மாட்டிக்கிறியா? காப்பாட்டுங்க. இருக்க வழி சாரு. ட்ரெஸ்லாம் முடிச்சுட்டு கடைக்கு போய் வாங்கிட்டு வந்துட்டேன். கருப்பு கலரில் வாங்கினேன் தொடப்போம். 1000 கிட்ட காஸ்ட்லி ஆச்சு. டேப் போட்டு அது போர்ஷன் ப்ரோ. இங்கே இருக்கு ஆனால் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியல. திருவனந்தர கூட முறைக்கிறானா இல்லை யூஸ் பண்ண முடியல. வேண்டாடி
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Oh, dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here.
இப்போ வருது ப்ரோ. ஓகே தேங்க்யூ.
Please be careful.
போட்டி தெரியுது முன்னாடி. மிஷினில் இருந்தாலும் வரல போடுவா.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
பூஸ்ட் போடுங்க. போட்ட மாட்டேன். லொக்கேஷனில் வராது சிட்டிக்குள்ளே. ஓகே ஓகே. இது தெரியாமல் நான் 500 மீட்டர் நடந்தே போனேன். இங்கெல்லாம் வராதுல. ஓகே. இருக்கிறது சின்னோட இங்கே போட்டுட்டு போடுவோம்.
Moths. Curious.
இது ட்ரை பண்ண ப்ரோ. ஆனால் கொரியன் கேள்வி இருக்கா? ஓகே. இப்போ பேமர் இருப்பா இங்கே ஒரு பாருங்க.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
என்னடா பண்ணுறோம்?
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Accio. Levioso.
Levioso, Accio, no.
Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
இங்கே மிஸ் பண்ணுறோம். விஷயம் பண்ணலையா? வச்சுப்போம். Puso. Haciendo.
Levioso. Revelio. Levioso. Repulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Orderan por
Revelio.
light to you know. நான் ஓ பண்றேன்.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Reparo. Levioso. Repulso.
அட என்ன போயிடு.
Levioso. Levioso. Repulso. Levioso. Repulso. Revelio. Levioso. Repulso.
போயிட்டு
Revelio. Repulso. Levioso. Revelio. Also.
எங்கிட்ட வர மாட்டேங்கிறோம்.
Revelio.
செத்துருமோ?
Levioso. Deposit.
கண் தெரியல. டிவில மாட்டான். எனக்கு வர மாட்டேங்குது.
It's sealed. Moth. Curious. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Repulsor. Incendio. Repulsor. Incendio. Repulsor. Incendio. Repulsor.
சாக முடியுது.
Incendio. Repulsor. Confringo. Expelliarmus. The moths match the shapes I saw on the door. Lumos. Merlin's beard. Lumos. This can't can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here. Lumos. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated. Lumos. 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 Expelliarmus! Depulso! Lumos. What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Down I go. No other way. Oh! Lumos. This looks even more complex. Lumos.
சொல்லிட்டு தமிழ் கிடைக்கல ப்ரோ. சரி நானும் செஞ்சேன். அடுத்த ரெண்டு தமிழில் அப்படிதான் இருக்கு. Ship. Probably have seen a FIFA.
Lumos.
Ada kekerinya. Yes, come on.
Lumos.
கேள்வி நல்ல கேள்வி. நான் கேட்கறது தான் சரி. அதை யார்த்து கேட்கணும் தூரம் தெரியும். நடக்கலாம் வாய்ப்பு இல்லை ப்ரோ. கட்டுவோம்.
Lumos.
Okay, this one நல்லா இஷ்டம் மாதிரி இருக்கு. சூப்பர் ப்ரோ. பண்ணுங்க channel must check me out. Okay, I'm going to get on top here. It's our audio now. ஆடு அதை ஓப்பன் பண்ணி தான் ப்ரோ வச்சுருக்கேன். ஓகே ப்ரோ, சேனல் நேம் கூட சொல்லுங்கள். எப்போதான் மேலே போகிறது? Cost to give me the okay. என்ன பண்ணுறது சொல்லு. ஓகே நைட்லேயே பாசிபிள். என்ன கேட்குறீங்களா இல்லை நீங்கள் போட போகிறீங்களா? ஆக்சுவலாக நான் நைட்லேயே வாய்ப்பு கம்மி தான். வாய்ப்பு
Lumos.
ஓகே அவ்வளோதான், நான் வாய்ப்பு கம்மி ப்ரோ. ப்ளஸ் நைட்டு கூட யாரும் பார்க்க மாட்டாங்க. சரி எப்போ யாரும் பார்க்கல, அது ஒரு விஷயம். நைட்டு நிறைய பேர் வருவாங்க. அட்ரஸ் போட்டோம் ப்ரோ, பெருசாக ரீச் இல்லை. வேறு அட்லீஸ்ட் 1-2 வாட்சிங் இருக்குல்ல, இப்போ கூட சுத்தமாக வாட்சிங் இல்லை. அந்த ரெப்போலாம் பண்ணிடுவோம் நைட் டைம். ரிச்சி ப்ரோ கொடுக்கலாம். சேனல் தெரியல ப்ரோ. இந்த சேனலில் என்ன போட்டாலும் ரிச்சி இருக்காது. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் செத்துருச்சு. ஏன் தெரியல, ஷார்ட்ஸ் போட்டு வந்தாலையா இல்லை.
Lumos. Fabulous internship கொஞ்சம் அரைச்சிட்டாங்க. ஓகே என்ன பிரச்சனை? லேப்டாப்பா பிசியா? ஃபிக்ஸு. அவ்வளோதான். பாண்டிலையா? சொந்த ஊர் பாண்டியா ப்ரோ? stuff. Oh, இதில் கிராஃபிக்ஸ் கார்டு என்னது? ஸ்டெல்த்தில் இருக்காதுங்களா? ஹைஃபை அது ப்ராசஸர் ப்ரோ. நான் கேட்குற கிராஃபிக்ஸ் கார்டு RTX இருக்குங்களா? $3050 நானும் 3050 தான். 10 பிசி டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்காது. ஆக்சுவலாக வீரம் அடிக்கும். 4 GB
இதில் முன்னாடி அப்படி இருக்கு. அப்போ பிறகு இப்படி கேள்விப்பட்டேன். அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 25 வருஷம் ஆகும். கேம் நல்லா இருக்கு. ஆப்டிமைஸ் அப்புறம் பசல்லாம் வளரதான் இருக்கு. கமெண்ட் ஒரு 2 கேம் மேலே எடுத்துடணும் அப்படின்னு தெரியல. ஸ்பைடர்மேன் கேம் விளையாடிச்சு. ஸ்பைடர்மேனே போடுங்க. கேஸ் நல்லா ரீச் இருக்கும் ஸ்பைடர்மேன்லாம். நான் பிடிச்சி ஒரு சொல்லிட்டு ஸ்பைடர்மேன் கேட்டு யூடியூப் போட்டு வரேன். போட்டு என்ன பண்ணுறதில்ல.
Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it.
Already. Upload. Receive. Jepang.
Lumos.
Kecam motifnya. Dia naik apa nih? Kemudian mundur ke
I need to bring moths to the door. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sock. The dead better show this to Lodgok. I know there's a mechanism to open this door. Lodcock, the sarcophagus has been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you. Stop right there!
Confringo! Potato!
Avoiding our problems.
There they are. The Ashwinders.
Incendio! Too slow. Are you even trying?
You've made it. Ha! You're easier to spot than an eruption. Knew you were still. I'm not done with you, Bolsho.
Incendio! Confringo!
You'll have to fight eventually.
Look what you've done! You undead!
Confringo!
Bolsho! You don't stand a chance against me!
Incendio!
Expulso!
Potato!
Quite conductive, aren't we?
Confringo! Expelliarmus! I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less. Revelio. Revelio. That's it.
This is but Rookwood! I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Confringo. Incendio! Could it be a Merlin trial? Confringo! Pulsar! Pulsar! Accio! Pulsar! Confringo! Expelliarm Incendio!
I've seen her show more effect to a whole club. What was that?
Somebody out there?
Did you hear that?
Potato! Confringo!
My one!
You will pay.
Don't think you're going to...
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do? I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile. Remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast food? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Hey, over here. Come on.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
I'm not sure. What's this all about?
You'll see. I promise you have nothing to fear. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. The poachers seem a dangerous lot.
They don't scare me. Besides, I'd do anything to keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
There's something in there.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Hello, Lenora. Could you remind me what's so special about that empty painting?
It's not necessarily special, as far as I can tell. It's some sort of puzzle that I'm trying to work out. Have a look if you're of a mind. Perhaps you can spot a clue that I've missed.
Revelio.
Reparo. Accio. Levioso. Revelio. Reparo. Lumos.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. The moth stopped. Perhaps I need to keep casting Lumos on it.
Reparo. Lumos.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting. You did? How?
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
I am only joking. I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I collect the books and remove the charm myself. Except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around. So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why?
How can one not fancy Professor Carlin?
Revelio. Revelio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading that.
I wish Hogwarts. They do what Wagadoo.
Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there. I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Levioso. Reparo. Confringo. Confringo. Radiance. Incendio. Accio. Reparo. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Levioso. Lumos. That's that. Settled. Revelio. Levioso. Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes!
Revelio.
Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unknown. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
The faculty tower. I'm not sure I should be going in there.
Oh, you needn't worry. You'll be perfectly fine if you simply mind you're not seen. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll...
Homura. Alohomora. Leviosa. Alohomora. Alohomora.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me. Revelio. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marching professor has heard.
She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone, troll?
How dare you speak to a prefect?
Alohomora.
I'm a prefect.
Revelio.
You are to be remanded at once.
Revelio.
That had better not... What are you up to?
Incendio!
If I keep spying on the professors, are we?
Hello, Amora.
in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacular.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
About Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Hufflepuff?
A Ravenclaw would not.
Revelio.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have them.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his But that does not explain the boggart in. I am determined, with your help, to...
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar. And I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.